Let's jump into this first story. From IGN.com, Activision pulls FaZe Clan streamer Nickmercs skin from Call of Duty following anti-LGBTQ plus tweet. Quote, "We are focused on celebrating pride with our employees and our community." So first, who is this guy, FaZe? I believe I have his YouTube right here. He's a streamer, plays video games. He's got 4 million subscribers. And what exactly did he say that got his skin pulled from this game? He said, "They should leave little children alone. That's the real issue." That's it.
Leave them kids alone.
So there's a great and powerful revelation in this tweet and what's happening. In response, Activision tweeted this, a Call of Duty on Twitter, which is an Activision game. Charlie Intel says, "It appears Activision has removed the Nickmercs bundle from the Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 store this evening. Activision has not commented on why it has been removed, but the removal of his bundle comes a day after Nickmercs' recent comments about the LGBT plus community. Call of Duty says, due to recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating pride with our employees and our community." This is actually pretty amazing. Let me get right to it. Nickmercs did not say anything anti-LGBTQ. He said they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. Let's break this down. Let's dissect what this prominent streamer with millions of followers on Twitter and millions on YouTube said. Leave kids alone. If a leftist showed up to a school where they were protesting, parents were protesting these books, an Antifa person said, "Leave the kids alone." Is that anti or pro-LGBTQ? It's very vague. If a leftist said, "Leave kids alone," they would assume it was a leftist statement and say the right is targeting kids. Nickmercs didn't say anything specific other than leave kids alone. It could have been left or right wing. So there's something else you can see here. The fact that simply by saying leave kids alone, the left got triggered, angry, and pulled him from this game shows they actually understand that they are targeting children with something negative.
Well, what is this? It's a response. What's it in response to?
So this Puckett account says, "This happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life." And it was in response to the video of the parents fighting with far leftist activists. You can see the sign here, "Protect Trans Kids." He says they should leave the little children alone. That's the real issue. Now, hold on. Why is it that the immediate assumption was that this was a right-wing or anti-LGBTQ post? I mean, the sign in the video says "Protect Trans Kids." Wouldn't his statement be in agreement with what that sign says? Protect the kids. Yeah, they should leave those kids alone.
Yeah, I mean, they've totally exposed themselves on this, right? And the funny thing is, the hypocritical thing is, this is supposed to be like the party of choice. And that's really what this battle is about, is that parents want to be able to have the choice to have their kids opt out of the Pride Month educational program that they have mandated every child has to go through. Now, a long time ago, when I was in school, you could opt in or opt out of sex education. Now, I'm sure as it relates to heterosexual education, I'm sure that's still the case. But apparently in Pride Month, there's no opt-out. Like, these are the guys of choice, right? Well, no, they're not, actually. This is about compulsion. It's about control. And I think it's about brainwashing the young people in this country.
Yes.
We're seeing this more and more often, you guys, where during Pride Month, they celebrate, you know, just being able to be themselves and, you know, being able to walk and just live free without being harassed, in which they should. I think the issue here is making it mandatory where your kids have to go to it and the parents don't have any choice in, you know, whether they agree with it or not, their kids have to attend. And we've seen a couple of clips circle around the internet where we've heard teachers, you know, tell students that, you know, they have to attend. And if you don't attend, you don't belong to this country.
Well, I'll tell you, you were out to lunch. If you think it's acceptable to not show up because you think if there's some pride activities going on at school, right? Oh, that's fine. You know, because I'm going to show my opinion by hanging out at the mall. But meanwhile, all of those kids who are, you know, involved in, say, the Gay Street Alliance or whatever, I don't even know if we have that anymore in our school, they're here when we did Ramadan for Lion Time, and they're showing respect in the class for your religion, right? For your beliefs. It goes two ways. If you want to be respected for who you are, if you don't want to suffer prejudice for your religion, your color of skin, your whatever, then you got to give it back to people who are different from you. That's how it works. It's an exchange. And it isn't like that in all countries. As I told you, in Uganda, literally, if they think you're gay, they will execute you. If you believe that kind of thing, then you don't belong here. Because that is not what Canada believes. We believe in freedom. We believe that people can marry whomever they want. That is in the law. And if you don't think that should be the law, you can't be Canadian. You don't belong here. And I mean it. I really mean it. And it's not a joke, Mansour. I said back and forth. You want it, you got to give it. It just makes me angry.
And I think that is just one of the issues here dealing with this situation. Let's get back into it.
I got that. I saw a video of them dancing through the hallways of an elementary school, like the little kids, and they were like a rainbow. They were like dancing through a rainbow portal or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
I thought about it when I was 6 and 7 in like first and second grade, and like what I would have felt going into that would have been very afraid. Like not, and maybe that sounds crude, but like I don't just like. It would have made me nervous because I didn't know what it was, and everyone's screaming. But like they want to, it's a chance to not have to do boring schoolwork, so everyone's in. For a lot of people are into it, but like I can see how kids would be like not comfortable, but not saying anything about it because when you're 7, what the hell can you say, and who can you say it to?
And I think now is the most important time, if any, that all parents should definitely be involved. You should definitely know what's going on and what they're teaching in your school outside of just seeing the grades, right? We see a lot of agendas being pushed on our kids, and a lot of times our kids don't even know who to talk to about it. You know what I mean? So he's on point right here. Let's keep it going.
This is just one event that's happening in the Unified School District of Los Angeles. They've now instituted, I think it's like 5 separate days of, trans awareness and a day of silence and another Pride Month and this and this and that. If these people celebrated like the 4th of July, maybe perhaps like they celebrated this, we'd have a very different country, right? I mean, it's insane.
Right. Let me show you this. Nickmercs responded to the backlash saying, "Friends are created in good times, but families are built through adversity. Appreciate all of you that have my back. Understand my position as a new father and recognize the love I have for all. Ain't no hate in this heart, P&L." I mean, that's it.
I mean, it's very well said. Look,
Won't back down.
I have 3 kids, right? And no one is in control of my kids except me and my wife. That's it. They want control over everyone's kids. I mean, we've seen that debate happen over and over again. They want to have the control of shaping our child's future, their thoughts, what they're going, how they view the world. That's me. I am in control of them. I am their parent, not these teachers, not these activists, me and my wife.
And as you guys know, his friend, Tim the Tap Man, requested to have his skin removed as well. And if you guys aren't sure what a skin is basically like a character you can purchase within a game. And in this case, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Warzone, whatever have you. So his friend, in which he came into this whole streaming content with, also requested to have his skin removed from the Activision shop here too. So this is what Nickmercs had to say after the tweet was released. You guys just take a look.
I'll say this. I saw a tweet and I didn't like what I was seeing, man. Okay, I saw parents brawling in front of a fucking school with kids. I just didn't fucking like it. You know, I'm sure a lot of you guys can understand how that video would piss some people off. It pissed me off. Okay. Now, I mean, full transparency. You know, how do I put this? I gotta be very, very careful here.
You really do, though.
I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm making a lot of people mad. Most of my intention. I mean, listen, My wife and I just had a baby. Brand new father. You know, we seen these kinds of videos. It's sad, you know. But her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that.
Right.
I'm trying to keep it really simple, just so we don't have to get too crazy about it, because there's nothing to get crazy about. It's just it really is that simple.
Right. And he's being very careful with his words here, because he knows if he says the wrong sentence, if he says the wrong word here, they're going to clip him, take him out of context, and make him look bad on media and probably do further damage to his brand here, right? So, and it's kind of shameful that he has to walk on such lines just when communicating his views on the world. It's really a sad day, man. But let's see what else he has to say.
Don't have to get too crazy about it, because there's nothing to get crazy about. It's just it really is that simple. I think I just have a bigger perspective on this now, being a parent, than I did maybe 2 months ago.
Right.
So, you know, the video bothered me, right? And that's I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. You're just wrong. I don't have any quarrel with anybody in here. I don't have any quarrel with people on the internet. It wasn't an anti, I guess, gay tweet.
Right.
That wasn't what it was.
As a parent, you should feel you should feel that you are responsible for your child, because if things do go wrong down the line, they're not going to blame the school. They're not going to blame the teachers. They're going to blame you. They're going to say, you know what? You're the parent. You're his dad. Why is your kid turn out to be this bad? Why is he in and out of jail, or whatever have you? If he does happen to go down that negative path, right? They're going to blame you for it. So the person that's responsible for the child should have all the say-so in what that child interacts with in school and at home. 100% facts, you guys. It's crazy.
That wasn't what it was.
He's walking on words right now.
Now, listen, if you have issues with me or if you have issues with that tweet, then, hey, listen, I'm down to agree to disagree. That's fine. We can agree to disagree.
10 toes.
But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way,
that's weird.
You just couldn't be any more wrong.
Facts.
That's not the truth.
Facts.
I've said things in my past. I've done things in my past. We all have. Okay. People grow. People get better. It's part of life, man. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I've grown a lot as a human being on planet. I'm sure we all have. Okay. I do not feel that way. I just simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that.
Right.
And that was the tweet. That was the tweet.
And that was it. That was literally it.
You can take
right. And they're gonna sit here and tell him he's wrong, or he's anti this and anti that, or he's homophobic, and all these slandering words, because he wants to be the one 100% raising his child. He'll send him to school to be educated, but he's at the end of the day responsible for raising his child, right? Period. Right? And so we see what's going on with the media, right? We see how the wordplay is taking effect here, right? All right. He speaks out, and he speaks how he feels as a father, as you should. And they have no problem mislabeling him, calling him homophobic, anti this, anti that, just to drag his name through the dirt. We're seeing it in real time, y'all. We're seeing it in real time, man. It's definitely time for a change. We should be able to have the conversation. What's so bad about that? What's so bad about it? What is so terrible about his tweet? You know what I mean? You guys comment down below your perspective on it, whether you agree or disagree. Have the conversation down below. Let's get it going. And until next time, man, you guys be safe out there. Peace.